Great morning all. I am Dr.saalai Kalpana, connecting you with Siddha Mudras. So today we are going to see a frequently asked question. What is the use of the Siddha Mudras? Whether it is highly oriented toward the physical body and health, or it is oriented highly towards the mental health or mind. Some people think that these mudras are only for mind, and some people think that these mudras are only for physical body. But the fact is, as our physical body or microcosm is made up of 5 elements of nature, mudras act both in the level of the physical body and also in the subtle level of mind. In a simple way, we can see how these Siddha Mudras and the mind is connected. Say example, we can see the 5 elements of the nature. First, taking the element earth. The earth stands for stability and strength. And if you are deficient of this stability and strength in your mind, you can perform this earth mudra to get the stability and strength. Regarding water, the water element stands for happiness, very cool mindset, and also lust and enjoying the worldly thing. If the water element in your body is getting low, you will be such a person who get irritated often. So, when the water element is getting balanced, you will be having a very good pleasure mindset and enjoying all the worldly things. And take fire. Everyone knows that fire stands for heat, illumination, and when the fire element becomes very high, you will be like a person getting angry. So when you could balance the fire element, you will get the positive things, not getting so much anger and anger oriented disorders. And the interesting element directly related with our mind is air. So we can't see air. We can't see air anywhere around, but we can feel air by the movement of the object. Say example, there is a tree, the leaves are moving, we can guess that there is air element. So the air element is directly related to the mind. When the air element is more, what is going to happen is your mind or your thinking will be more. So unusual overthinking. So when you could balance this air element, you will be completely out of overthinking and anxiety. The same Akash element or ether element. There is also mind related direct relation between this ether and our mindset. So regarding these 5 elements, the ups and downs or increase in the decrease in these 5 elements directly affects your mindset. Balancing of these 5 elements makes your mind calm, and you must be aware that which element you have to balance. So studying this Siddha Mudra art very clearly can take you out from any type of mental disorders, not only physical disorders. And another question, frequently asked question is, how this works? You are keeping some gestures in the hand, and how these gestures in the hand and your mind is related. Say example, you are doing like this, how it will work in the mind? And for this question, I have another question for you. Which is the primitive language? Which is the primitive language a human being would have communicated with each other? So you will be telling Sanskrit or Tamil or any other language. There will be always dispute that which language is so primitive than each other. But the another question is, before you have started speaking a language, how every human would have communicated within themselves? Say example, a child, it doesn't know to speak. How it will communicate it to her or his mother? Or otherwise, the primitive man, how he will communicate with his co-people or with the society? He would have communicated by the language of signs and symbols. So how would have he expressed his feelings in the mind to other person is, he would have explained it through gestures in the hand, expressions in the face, and gestures in the body language. So the expression in the face is so minute thing, but the very common thing everyone could understand is by the gestures in the hand. So even before the language has started, we have started communicating with each other by the sign language or with your hands. You would have expressed all your feelings with your hands. So genetically, you are having a very strong connection between your brain and your hand. If you are in anger, you may make a fist. If you are tensed, you may be clasping your hands like this. If you are very relaxed, you will be keeping your hands completely open like this. So each and every hand gestures and our thought process in our mind are directly proportional or directly related, because even before the language has started, this gesture is what we use to communicate with each other. So, knowing the gestures in the very perfect position, we are doing it properly in the name of Siddha Mudras. That's all. So, our mind and hand gestures have very close relation even from very long years back. Even one can tell a lie with his mouth, but his hands cannot tell a lie. So, in an investigation to a person or criminal who is telling a lie, they will be keeping so many cameras around him and reading his body language. They will not take the thing what he is saying. He may tell a lie by his mouth, but his body language and his hand gestures will tell the truth, because this hand gestures and our mind is directly related even before the language. So, these mudras, how they work is, they work in our mind level and then they work in our physical level. So, our mind and our hand gestures are directly related. So, Siddha Mudras are best for both physical body and also mind related disorders and many psychological conditions. Thank you all.